Skyzone.Society.
Yo, what's going on to all my people out there in the zone land? You know what you tapped into, but if you don't, you tapped into the Zone Sports Podcast. You know what I mean? I'm one half of your host, your boy Big V. You know what I mean? For my people that can hear on the SoundCloud, or if you can see him on the YouTube right now, you see my co-host over there. What's going on, my guy?
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Corey, never telling the same old tired story. It's your boy COOL, always asking what the hell. Hey, Cool C, not a floozy. For the cats in the back, man, we got the name for you back there, man, just in case. I'm Corey, man. What's going on, Big Vito?
Hey, man, what's going on? Yo, shout out. Hey, man, yo, before I even kick the pod off, let me let people know who we sponsored by. We sponsored by my brand, Skyzone.Society. Make sure you shopping at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go get your teas, your hats, your candles, man. Get your crib smelling right. You know what I mean? Yo, go over there, get you some of the baseball tees and all that. Ladies, we got some sweats over there for you too. Head over there right now, man. Yo, man. Let me just start this pod off real quick by saying, yo, man, shout out to my Yankees on that run right now. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I had,
Yankees.
You know what I mean? We in the little 10-game, 11-game run right now. You know what I mean? I just want to come in and pop my shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it up, Yankees. Let's go, man. What's been going on with you though, big dog? You know what I mean?
Oh man, a little bit of this, a lot of that, working for the man, you know what I'm saying? Got things, we done talked to you about it, but for the zone man out there, we got big things popping, little is stopping, you know what I'm saying? We got nothing but good things coming, but man, been a killer week. You know what I'm saying? My dad and his wife, they renewed their wedding vows this past Sunday. So congrats to them. Keeping that love.
Hold on. Let me get some air horn. Hold on. Let me get some air horn.
And popping. You know what I'm saying?
Turn it up a little bit.
Celebrating that love, man. I love that my dad and my stepmom found that happiness, and they said, you know what, the hell with this thing. We gonna renew our vows. New-ish. It's still here and just as fresh as ever. And I don't want to get too much into details because it might be disgusting. But hey, congratulations on those two kids in love with one another. I love it, man. Congrats to these guys, man.
Man, how many years does that make for your parents, man?
Well, you know what's crazy is that they got married 5 years ago, right?
Okay.
And so it was a deal where they got married at the Justice of the Peace.
Okay.
But the contingencies was that, hey, 5 years from now, we're going to have our real ceremonial aspect, because they basically had a Justice of the Peace and then basically just a big old reception. So the reception part was technically done or whatever, but the ceremonial aspect wasn't there. Okay. And she hollered at Pops and was like, hey, no, we still gonna do this walking down the aisle thing, just so you know. So it was a contingency, it was a standard that was set, and it was met.
Absolutely.
Hey, I was good going down to K-Town, checking out some folks, man.
I respect it, man. That's what's up, man. Salute your parents on that, bro. For real.
Yeah,
salute,
man.
Bro. Salute, man. You know what I mean?
What's been going on with you, Big Vito?
Me, I just been it's a great week this week, man.
Okay.
My daughter is turning 8 on Saturday.
Word.
Yeah, man. My middle child is turning 8 on Saturday, man. Let me get some air horns going for that too.
Gotta get them going for that.
Man. Hold on, man. Let me get some air horns, man.
Get that, yes, sir. Let the horns blare. I love that.
Yes, sir, man.
Love that, man.
Yeah, man. She turning 8 on Saturday, so she don't know, but tomorrow her big sister got something planned for her. Oh. And she gonna spend some one-on-one time with her big sister.
Oh, she's gonna love that.
Yeah,
she's
man.
Gonna love that,
it's
man.
Gonna be
if that bond is anything like I can imagine that it can be, that's gonna probably be the greatest gift, biggest surprise for a problem.
Yeah, yeah. And then we're gonna take my son and he gonna do something with me and my wife. We're gonna do something with him. So I'm excited about that. And,
Love this.
yeah, we're having a little get together on Saturday, and then we're gonna take her do
Okay.
some putt. You know what I mean, on Saturday.
Okay.
Something that she ain't done, something that I don't think I might have done it once. Don't really remember, but yeah, man, I'm excited about it this weekend, man. That we got
You'll like
mothers.
it.
I think I will too.
You'll like it. My wife and I done that a few years ago.
I am gonna like it. I'm gonna like it.
Did the old teenage wraparound where I kind of like get behind her.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And
you know what
show her how to putt. By demonstrating while I'm behind her. I love my wife. Yeah. I love showing my wife how to putt.
There you go. Of course. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Of course, man. So yeah, I'm excited for that. We got Mother's Day on Saturday, man. Sunday, pardon me, Sunday. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the mother listeners that are listening.
All of them. Yes,
get
sir.
Some air horns going for y'all.
Gotta get them.
Get some more.
Gotta get them. There we go.
Sir. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? Shout out all the mothers that don't listen and the ones that do listen, man. Salute to everybody. You know what I mean? It's y'all day. So I'm glad, this is gonna be an eventful weekend. I get to see my mom on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's gonna be dope. Definitely gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope.
Word up.
Been watching these playoffs. Playoffs been crazy. You know what I mean? The playoffs been crazy. It's been so crazy. I ain't even really want to get into some playoff talk right now because all the games are kind of early within themselves, within the series, you know what I mean? And, it's just been some other stuff going on around the league, Corey, outside of playoffs.
I can't believe this.
That I want to get into.
I can't
Starting
believe
with
it.
our Lakers, Corey.
This is ridiculous.
Corey, for the people that are listening out there in the zone land that are wondering what Corey is already so fired up about before I even present the topic, let me just fill y'all in. Here recently, our LA Lakers, me and Corey LA Lakers, have been under the tutelage, so to speak, of Phil Jackson when it comes to looking for our next head coach. Corey, I want to get your thoughts, what I mean, before I say my piece, but I want to read something to you that just came in while we was doing this pod.
Okay.
And this may or may not sway how you feel about Jackson.
Oh, okay. I'm all ears.
And I want to read this let me see, the writer by the name of Chico Nation, Nacion. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing it or what.
I got you.
But report: Lakers plan to interview Raptors Griffin for head coaching vacancy. The LA Lakers are planning to interview Toronto Raptors assistant Adrian Griffin for their head coaching vacancies. Source told the Athletics Shams Charania or Karania. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Griffin has been a part of Nick Nurse's staff for the past 4 seasons, including the 2018 and 19 championship campaign. The 47-year-old previously served as an assistant with the Milwaukee Bucks, Chicago Bulls, Orlando Magic, and Oklahoma City. This isn't the first time a team has shown interest in Griffin. He reportedly interviewed for the Magic and Memphis Grizzlies head coaching gigs in recent years. Now, I want you to tell me how you feel about the LA Lakers under the advisement of the late, great Phil Jackson.
This goes back to what we just talked about in the last podcast, or maybe the podcast before. Big V, who's running the show? Who does the buck stop with? I ain't gonna rehash all of that because we talked about it in great length a few weeks ago. And that's the problem. And I love Jeannie. I said it before. I'll say it again. I still love her. I don't know if it's just because she is a woman where I'm just not ready to just totally ether her with my words yet. I don't know what it's just something about Jeannie that I guess I just like the name Jeannie. That's a cool name, right? And she's the she's the daughter of a legend. And I feel like I'm not even being fair because if this was anybody else, I would probably just be going bananas right now. But my deal is this, Big V. When you own a team, you are at better or worse, where the buck stops, right? And we are still now, second week into the playoffs, and we still don't know. We have no idea who the hell running the team, and that's the sad part. Now, let's get directly to Phil Jackson. That's what this is about. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't working in New York. What are we doing here? And then let me go back to a quote. I'm pulling this off of Bleacher Report of the statement, so to speak, written by Scott Pollock of the Bleacher Report that Phil Jackson stated. And this was basically in regards to LeBron having control over teams, and then when he leaves, he leaves it in a disarray. Okay. And I quote, per an interview with Jackie McMullen of ESPN, "You cannot hold up the whole team because you and your mom and your posse wants to spend an extra night in Cleveland. I do know LeBron James likes special treatment," end quote. Now, Big V.
I think a lot of people forgot about that, Corey.
I think so. That's why I wanted to remind you.
I think they did.
Let me do a little bit of math here, because I ain't the best mathematician in the world, Big V. Okay. My wife's a school teacher, not me. 1 + 1 = 2, right? Yep. Last I checked. And last time I checked, LeBron James, as of May the 4th, 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is still part of the Lakers roster. Am I correct in saying that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, you're getting advisement, albeit Jeannie and Phil Jackson had a relationship back in the day. And the undertone of that term posse is being used in today's era versus where it was used. They made a movie, if I'm not mistaken, with Mario Van Peebles, baby. Yeah, called Posse. I'm a backpack rapper fan. So yes, we used to use the word posse. Is it like dropping the N-bomb? No, I wouldn't go that far. No. But I will say what it is close to of offensive terms. Italians who don't like black folks, they call black folks Moulians, right? White folks, shout out to Harlem Nights. When they didn't want to drop the N-bomb, they would call black folks jigs instead of right? So I put posse, especially being that haven't been used in a hip-hop song since I can remember. No one, even outside the hip-hop culture, even refers to your crew as my posse. That'll be equivalent to me saying, "Yo, before we get off the phone, yo, Audi 5000, G." You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that goes to show how out of touch Phil Jackson is. Now, am I saying that he's racist? No, I ain't saying he's racist. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that he is racially insensitive to me using that word. And just like I would be looking stupid to end the phone conversation by saying Audi 5000. Big V, when in the hell have you last heard somebody say Audi 5000? Huh? That's what.
Oh my God! Even keeping it on field. When the last time have you heard somebody say, "Yo, I'm going to kick it with my posse"? No.
So when I hear that and knowing that this happened and knowing how socially aware LeBron James is, that ain't gonna work. But again, this falls back on Jeannie. Now, I've been on the record of my disdain of this season and who needs to be on the trading block, right? And I'll say almost everybody except for LeBron James. Why is that? Yeah, I know he's 108 years old. I understand that. He's still the best player on this team. He is the only one, and I get it. He cannot do it by himself. That gives us a shot at anything great. It ain't Anthony Davis. It's supposed to be. So now I'll bring all that up to say this, and I'm gonna let you rock. You're gonna run the risk of alienating the best player on the team, the best player who pounded the drum to get Anthony Davis over there. I don't care what nobody say. If it weren't for LeBron James, Anthony Davis would not have been there. Wouldn't have. So that yielded us the 2020 championship. That's the guy. LeBron James, that's the guy that you want to alienate by bringing in Mr. Posse Man. That's the guy. Okay, go ahead. It ain't gonna work.
Corey, just for the record, remind me what month it is.
It is May.
It's May, right?
Mm-hmm.
Corey, when I saw this news, I thought it was April Fool's. I knew my daughter was born on May 7th, Corey, but I just had to make sure that we were within the month of May because it felt like April Fool's, right? Corey, what are we doing? Corey, this is...
We're looking more stupid by the moment.
Corey, we already are under this duress with this Russell Westbrook contract that we cannot get anybody to take. We won't get anybody to take it. I'm sorry.
Ain't nobody taking that.
He's going to be a Laker for the next at least year or two. Sorry. Book it. It's him or LeBron. I know you said everybody's going to be on the chopping block, but I'm sorry. Westbrook can't. We can't. His contract is the equivalent of somebody taking on that Ben Simmons contract. Mm-hmm. It took a lot. And look at what I had to give. You had to give Harden with it.
Yep.
Nobody's going to give anybody anything for Russell Westbrook right now.
Absolutely not.
And I'm not saying, and again, you know, I've been on this podcast vocal about how Westbrook is my guy. He's still my guy. But nobody's going to give us a Damian Lillard for Westbrook right now.
No way.
Nobody's going to do that. Nobody. No. If at best some pieces, maybe, but you still got that big contract, dog. Organizations are trying to move on and get younger and sign. They can sign a good 10 players off that Russell Westbrook contract, like for real. They really can. Like seriously. Us, not so much. We're stuck with that. Man. And knowing that you bring in Phil Jackson, like Corey, I'm glad you brought up the New York situation. Like, and I say that because I want to compare going back to Russell Westbrook. He didn't even have an explosive enough season to even be an attractive, sexy piece for teams to even want him and take on that contract. That would be totally different if he had a sexy season, Corey, and teams was like, ooh, we can use that over here and such. What y'all want for that? Because we see, man, give us 2 years of that? We can make something happen, man, because we got X, Y, and Z over here.
There you know
what I mean? We can move some things around. But he didn't even have that great of a season, Corey. He just didn't. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it was the worst season in the league, but it wasn't sexy enough to make it attractive for us to shop him.
Not for 47.
Not for 47 million, Corey, over the next 2 years.
Come on, man.
Come on, Corey. Nobody's not going to do that. And so I say that in comparison to Phil. Phil's last season in New York was by far not sexy. What has he done for us to be attracted to him for some advisement? Are you shitting me, Corey? Are we going back in time?
Is that what we're doing?
What are we doing, Corey? You call him for advisement? Corey, this is bad. I can only imagine. I thought it was April Fool's when I got the news. Can you imagine what LeBron James thought? You know, I follow LeBron on IG. He on vacation somewhere nice right now with his family. I don't even want to know what he felt when he got that news, Corey.
Oh my God.
I just don't. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about how much he threw up in his mouth. I don't even want to think about it, Corey.
Yeah.
Because it's disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing. I don't like it. Shout out to, Griffin as a potential hire. Cool. Still ain't heard nothing from Mark Jackson. Still ain't heard nothing. Don't know if he wants to be a coach. I don't know. I need to be hearing his name in the hat, Corey. That's what pisses me off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now we got this guy who did a shit show of a job, and that's a compliment to what he did.
Oh, yes.
That's a compliment to what he did out there in New York. And then, Corey, I listen, man. I know in a relationship, people can mend things and some people are better apart. But I don't like the fact that Jeannie Buss and Phil Jackson are in the same environment working together. I don't see that going well either, Corey. I don't know. They could mend everything. They could be really great friends. I just don't like. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it sounds. I don't like the way it makes us look. It looks like we cannot progress, Corey, future-wise, and make moves that we need to make. It just don't.
You're exactly right. And the issue is we're kind of becoming that college team who is afraid. We're a victim of our success. And what I mean by that is that we're afraid to go outside the Laker family, right? You look at the hiring of Magic Johnson a few years ago.
Terrible.
You look at Phil Jackson
let me not say it was terrible. When you said that, I thought about his coaching career as a Laker, which was terrible.
Well, that too. We're getting Phil Jackson. We're getting Phil Jackson's greatness as a coach confused with how he is as a general manager or the president or whatever it was he was supposed to be in New York. The same way that people initially got Michael Jordan confused with being the best player of all time, with him being able to be a good GM in the draft well with the Charlotte Hornets. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And we need to look outside of the Lakers' rearview mirror.
Yes.
And really get some fresh ideas. But it starts with Jeannie, but it's clearly that I don't think she's that good at running the team. I really don't. And that as a Lakers fan, frightens me more than anything because, see, Russell Westbrook, even if he does stick with us next year, which he probably will because he got that 1 year left, we know eventually we're going to move on from him. Players are always going to get moved on from. Ownership.
They there for a while. Especially when you
ask James Dolan and the New York Knicks. Ask Daniel Snyder with the Washington Commanders. Ask them what bad ownership could do. Ask them.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep our eyes on this closely because we are big Lakers fans. Y'all already know this. It's disgusting. I don't like it. We both don't like it. We have to watch it being a fan, and it's just
tough.
It's tough, man. Let's switch gears, though, man, and move on to some happy news and some news that we've been calling, especially me. I've been vocal since the season popped off in December. I told y'all about this guy. If you don't know who I'm talking about, man, I'm talking about my guy, Tyler Hero. You know what I mean?
That's your guy.
That's my guy. I've been repping really, really hard for my guy, Tyler Hero. You know what I mean? He bought that 6th Man of the Year trophy home this week, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hear some air horns for the guy.
Shout out
definitely
Tyler Hero.
Definitely well deserved. You know what I mean? Corey, you know, we had him really for most improved, a tie between him and Ja Morant early in the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when Ja bought that trophy home, you know, we talked on the podcast last week. We looked at it now that Tyler Hero had to win this, almost a lock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What were you surprised at all? I'm gonna probably say you weren't surprised because we already had talked about it.
I'm going to say no, only because Ja Morant won the most improved player, which I thought Josh should have been in more so in the MVP running. And I think that Hero should have been in the most improved player section. But be that as it may, I'm like, okay, well, if you're giving that to Ja, then you better give it to Tyler Hero. Like, and I tell you what, I think it's only because Miami's deep roster that guy come off the bench. Now, it's going to be interesting because he's going to end up starting sooner or later. I don't know about this year, but he's going to end up, he ain't going to be no 6th man if he keep playing like he's playing right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be interesting moving forward when he starts. How does he handle? Because some people do a lot better coming off the bench versus starting, and vice versa. I think me coming off the bench is harder because you got to try to find your rhythm or whatnot. Whereas if you're a starter, you kind of you start. You start, right? Like you're getting in rhythm or whatever. But no, I thought it was an automatic slam dunk. Was not surprised by this at all. He had better have been the sixth man.
I agree, especially if he didn't bring home the most improved that we thought he probably would bring home.
Yes.
Yeah. He averaged almost 21 points a game, Corey. 20.7 off the bench, Corey.
Off the bench, bro.
And for the audience listening, I want to put that in perspective. That's him some nights hitting 30. That's some nights him hitting 25. That's some nights him hitting 18. That's some nights him hitting 20. That's some nights him hitting back-to-back 22-point games. That is an average of 20.7 coming off the bench, Corey. Corey, I want to bring it back. I don't want to, but I am. I want to bring it back to the Lakers. Yeah. I want to compare Miami real quick and the Lakers. Mm-hmm. Do you see this job that Pat Riley is doing?
Yes. I mean, and the consistency from what Pat Riley is doing. Again, is he the owner of the Miami Heat? No. But who does the buck stop with? Pat Riley. This meant now, if there was a run-in for anybody, now obviously he couldn't do it, but hypothetically speaking, for advisement, it would be Pat Riley. Okay? Like, and since the Lakers like to look in the rear view so much, why don't you see if you could maybe try to swindle him to come to LA to do exactly what he's doing in my? Why don't we, since we want to do the rear view show, Jeannie, why don't we take a stab at that? Like,
at least try.
I mean, just try.
Try something different.
He's probably going to say no 30,000 times. But his affinity for what he did with the Lakers in the 80s, that's still there.
Still there.
Just try it. And look, you say no, you say no. The Clippers stole Jerry West from us.
They did.
Well, not stole, but they enticed him to come over there. So it can happen. Just try it. But no, we got 98-year-old Phil Jackson. That's what we got. Yeah.
Salute to Tyler Hero, man, on winning.
Yes, sir. Well deserved, brother.
You're doing big things, man. The Heat are looking good, and again, man, you're just one of many pieces that the Heat have coming off the bench. Dog, Oladipo is back healthy,
and he's been playing good too, Big V.
Man, what? You know what I mean?
He's been playing good. He is doing extremely well coming off the bench. Yes. He's doing good. I'm even starting to see some flashes of kind of like what he was in Indiana. Like he's doing real good, man.
Yes. Yeah, man. Salute to the Heat and everything they doing.
Absolutely.
It's going to be an interesting playoff season with them and coming out of the East, because the East is crazy right now. This is maybe the most craziest season I've ever seen the East since the Jordan days. Seriously. Yeah, it's been tough. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But Corey,
I
think you know what time it is.
Tell the people what time it be.
It is time for our What the Hell segment, brought to you by who, Corey?
Hey, sponsored by me, Solo Tip. Solo, I'm talking about. I checked the numbers the other day, Big V.
Okay.
Yo, 4 times diamond.
4 times diamond.
We dropped a little bit. That's why I got to pick it back up a little bit. We dropped a little bit from titanium back down to diamond, but we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna get back up there because I guess Cats is out just chilling, and stuff like that. Like it's all love. It's no problem. We got that covered. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We got that covered.
Let's get into
it. Man. I was actually going to do another victim of what the hell, but the things that's just been progressing in the NBA, and this is definitely NBA related. It baffles me. It baffles me, and this is not really going out to one person, but it's going out to a group You may even call them a team.
Okay.
Big V, this team has a combined total of 6 championships. Big V, this team back during the 2015-2016 season in the NBA won 73 games. This team I'm talking about has the babyface assassin known as Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Draymond Green, coached by Steve Kerr.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give the Golden State Warriors the what the hell as a staff, record label, and as a crew. This is horrible. So let me get this straight. So Steve Kerr called the foul on Dylan Brooks on GP Jr. He calls it breaking the code. Come on, man. Come on now. All right, but you know what? If you want to say he broke the code, that's fine. But where's your energy at when Draymond Green yanked Buddy from the clouds with his jersey? Was you telling Draymond Green that you're disrespecting the code? Because from what everybody, and Steph Curry, you ain't safe either, because you came out and you said that, oh, well, I don't think with Draymond Green, I don't think he should have been ejected. Oh, but see, it's just interesting because see, I'm all about keeping energy in life, right? You go out, you bully people, expect for it to come back to you, right? And the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You know, I hear the term turnabout fair play. I hear about, you know, what goes around, whatever moniker you want to use, right? And was the elbow to Draymond's Green face intentional? I don't know. I have no idea. But do you honestly think that the Memphis Grizzlies was going to let that ride? Now, is it right? 2 wrongs don't make it right. I get all that. But do you not think that there was going to be something, whether intentional or unintentional, or if we do happen to end up in a situation that ain't going to put a little bit extra sauce on it? Do you think that's not going to happen? Oh, but see, Draymond Green, he's up here holding an emergency podcast trying to plead his case like he's a scorn lover to get his girlfriend back, Big Vito. That's what he's trying to do. Oh, but he's sitting up here talking about, hey, man, you know, da-da-da-da-da. And he gave the Memphis Grizzlies fans the bird on the way out. Well, you know, they shouldn't be cheering because, you know, I was bleeding in the face. So I got to hear all that, Big V. But see, what happened when you snatched Buddy from the clouds? What did you do? You pulled an Antonio Brown running all over the place, skipping, showing little to no remorse, other than when you try to act like you was going to pick him up. But you sitting up here galloping all around the daggone place, and you think the Memphis fans ain't going to cheer that you just got? Right. They ain't saying it's right. 2 wrongs don't make it right. But, man, come on, man. So Steve Kerr's up here talking about, oh, man, and I quote at the end of the first quarter, nah, that wasn't physical. That was a dirty play. Come on, man. Stop it. You don't say nothing else till you talk to your boy. Golden State, you don't say anything else until you talk to your guy. And then you can get on some San Antonio Spurs type vibe where it's like, hey, we play the game the right way, the fundamentals, the da-da-da-da-da. I mean, that's like equivalent to the late, great Tupac Shakur sitting there here saying, well, you know what, man, you shouldn't be making diss records with people you got a issue with. You need to just talk it out with them, young brother. You know, don't be dropping hit 'em ups, man. Don't be doing that. It's like you get out my face. I ain't trying to hear what you gotta say. So that's all I'm saying. Is it the code or not? I ain't an athlete. Damn if I don't know, damn if I don't really care. But boy, I'm telling you, I do feel bad for Gary Payton Jr. This had nothing to do with him. He's just on the team. But we keeping all this energy where they do it in baseball and nobody says a peep, right? You throw a 90-mile-an-hour projectile known as a daggone baseball at somebody's head, at their head, because someone did a backflip. Yeah. So that's worth me getting 100-mile-per-hour baseball thrown at my head. Oh, but again, Draymond, you gonna snatch Buddy from the clouds? Look, Memphis, and I know we got to wrap. Memphis remind me of these young dudes like in they like 20s, right? Like they know enough to not know any better and don't really care because they don't really fear consequences, right? And that's what I'm actually loving about the Memphis Grizzlies, right? Like they know enough, but they know enough to not care. And it's like, nah, we coming. We coming. And look, I still think Golden State is going to win the series, but you know what? I'm going to make you feel me before we through, though. That's what I'm going to do. I haven't been in plenty fights, but my parents always told me, you get in a fight, yo, you got to at least make them think twice because they're going to get sick of beating you up after a while. Just make them feel you a little bit. And I tell you what, the Golden State Warriors, they feel Memphis. I tell you that, especially with John Morant having 3 billion points last night. Unbelievable. I had to fall asleep on that game. That was a hell of a game. But yeah, Golden State Warriors, what the hell?
Steve Kerr, what the hell, man? What are you doing?
Hell, give me a break.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my God, man. You're right. You're right. I echo those same sentiments. You're right. What the hell, man?
What the hell, bro? Give me a break.
Oh my goodness, man. What a week in the NBA. What a week in sports. I'm loving the vibe. I can't wait till the next time we do this pod. We can talk about the playoffs more because they'll be a little bit deeper into the series.
Yeah.
Man. I want to thank everybody for listening. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody on SoundCloud, Fandalism, Twitter, IG, Facebook, wherever you're catching the clips at, in our stories, whatever you're watching them on. We appreciate y'all, man, tapping in. You know what I mean? Keep helping us grow. You know what I mean? All that. We got a lot more coming. Stay tuned, please. You know what I mean?
Word up.
Corey, man, I appreciate you every week tapping in, coming in, helping me with this thing, helping it grow. Definitely can't do this thing without you, bro, for sure.
Hey, we got you. Likewise, man. Turnabout fair play, brother. You know how it go. You
already know, man. Everybody, man, tap in next week with us. You know what I mean? Catch us on the Skyzone.Society network, on SoundCloud, and on YouTube, man. Check us out. Corey, you know, I be hitting you up throughout the week, especially on Saturday when that game pop off between Boston and Milwaukee on Saturday. You know, I'm gonna hit you because it's gonna be major. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Until then, my guy, be safe. Everybody listen to be safe. And as usual, man, peace, bro.
Hey, Audi 5000, G. We out here. Audi 5. You know
Audi 5000.
Audi 5000. You got to throw the fives up at it, Big B. Let them know. I want to give a shout out to my Skyzone posse out there, too. You know what I'm saying? We want to give a shout out to all them cats, dog. Yeah.
I'm out, bro, man. Peace,
brother.
Man.